Yeah. Know what it is, your boy D47 all day. Welcome to D47's Rugby League Stats, revisiting as much Rugby League information as possible. Right now, special edition pop-off. Every time Rabbitohs and Sharks play, it's called the 11 Chapters game, in my personal recollections. So recently, in the 2024 Round 6 of the 2024 Australian Rugby League season, two teams played each other, as they do every year. So we always revisit whenever those two teams play each other. And originally, back in the year 2008, in fact, 16 years ago, I also went to a Rabbitohs Sharks game at ANZ Stadium, as it was called at the time. That game, Sharks won 12-10, but on the way there, on the train, there was this guy in the train saying to the guy next to him, "And what about you? 11 chapters? That sounds like good times tonight. 11 chapters, bro. 11 chapters tonight." So whenever Rabbitohs and Sharks play, we call it the 11 Chapters game. So this time, on this occasion, there was no guy saying 11 chapters on the way to the game. And of course, Rabbitohs struggling very, very much so far to begin the 2024 season. Sharks playing pretty good, not overly convincing, not outstanding, but had played reasonably well so far. So I was expecting a comfortable Sharks win, and that's what we saw. The final score ending up Cronulla Sharks 34, South Sydney Rabbitohs 22. Rabbitohs did at least make a spirited comeback in the second half before ultimately falling short. So all the tries in order, the points in order. First of all, it was the Sharks' outstanding winger, Ronaldo Mulitalo, and he crossed for the first try. That wasn't converted by Nicho Hynes, and Sharks led 4-0 early on. Not long later, though, South hit back via the replacement forward, Michael Cheekan. He got over for a rare try, doesn't get many, and that was converted by the Rabbitohs' Dean Hawkins, and South temporarily led the game 6-4 before Cronulla got the next two tries before half-time. The first by Teague Wilton and the second by Ronaldo Mulitalo, getting his second try. And both of those converted by Nicho Hynes for Sharks to lead 16-6. And then just before half-time, the Rabbitohs' Dean Hawkins, he had a penalty goal attempt, but unfortunately he missed that one. So the score stayed Sharks 16, Rabbitohs 6 going into half-time, which I thought was an accurate reflection of the game up to that point. Like I said, Rabbitohs very they are trying hard, they are giving it their all, but it's not really clicking, not really gelling, nothing actually really working very well for them at this point in time. Very frustrating for them because they are trying their best. And Sharks, with their excellent attack, can score tries left, right and centre. I think Sharks have a few question marks over other areas in their game, but their attack the last few years, in fact, has been outstanding. So they can a lot of the times make up for defensive shortcomings and a bit of ill-discipline and drop ball by the fact they can score lots of tries. So then in the second half, like I said, South eventually made a spirited comeback, but not before the first try of the second half was scored by Sione Katoa. That was the Sharks' other outstanding winger, Ronaldo Mulitalo and Sione Katoa, the two Sharks wingers, two of the best in the comp. So Sione Katoa getting a try, and that one converted by Nicho Hynes, and Sharks led 22-6. Finally, Rabbitohs hit back through Tane Milne, and he scored, and that was converted by Dean Hawkins, and then Rabbitohs trailed 22-12 before the Sharks' Teague Wilton picked up his second try of the game, converted by Nicho Hynes for Sharks to skip back out to a 28-12 lead. Finally, as we approach full-time, South got it together, and Thomas Burgess scored next to the post, and that was converted by Dean Hawkins to get it back to 28-18. And only a few minutes later, the Rabbitohs' Tane Milne scored in the left corner, but that wasn't converted. But at least Rabbitohs only trailed 28-22 in the shadows of full-time, so they had at least some sort of hope of maybe forcing Golden Point, but that wasn't to be the case, unfortunately. Eventually, just before full-time, the Sharks' Nicho Hynes put a kick into the in-goal area, and the ball had bounced around all over the place before Cronulla's hooker, Blake Brayley, he landed on the loose ball to score the match-winning try right next to the post, and an easy conversion for Nicho Hynes to make the final score Cronulla Sharks 34, South Sydney Rabbitohs 22 in the annual 11 Chapters game. So there you go. 2024 Round 6, Sharks 34, Rabbitohs 22. Pretty much the expected result. There was a lot of upset results in Round 6, a lot of games that I didn't think those scores were going to end up the way they did, but this one went according to the script, so to speak. And if you're still watching all the way through to the end, thank you so much for ongoing, continued brutal support. Your boy all day, D47.